Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening? What's going on? Let me get this shit up real fast. Mm, mm, mm. Man. What is going on? What is going on? All right. um, man, no, I was a little late today. At the end of the day, it is what it is, though. Um, what do we got here? Not too many. I was late, man. I ain't gonna. I ain't got a lot of bats or nothing like that for right now. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning. But let's see. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be out of town. So I don't know how I'll be able to do it. How if I would be able to get in contact with you guys or whatever the case may be. But today I didn't really get a chance to do a lot today. It's already 10:51. But it is what it is. He said I thought about a home run demon prop, but I passed on it. I know, right? It is what it is. We had some big performances yesterday. I missed on some spots, man. Let me see. Yesterday, um, the Baltimore Bats. Those the first four didn't perform like where I thought they were going to perform. Um, uh, New York Mets, the first four didn't perform how I thought they was going to perform. What up, Slim? What up, Slim? What's going on? I thought Boston could have do it. The Bats could have done a little bit better. After further research, I should have never took Willis case. Uh, Cincinnati definitely didn't perform. I took an L on that. As far as the bats, I took an L on the bats. I betted on like five bats. Only Candelario came through for me. Calvin Johnson, yo, Chocolate Chip, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Your family never give up and never change for anyone. I believe that you will become successful. Appreciate it, Chocolate Chip. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the kind words, right? So today, like I said, busy. I got up late, woke up late. The next few days, it will be. I don't know if I'll be able to even make content. If I'll just be on the lookout, right? Be on the lookout. I'll try to get in when I fit in. I'll be kicking it with family. And like I said, semi-vacation time, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is what it is. But for right now, let's just go through let's go through some spots. Like I said, I really didn't see a lot of bats here, but it is what it is, right? So, what's going on, Bob? What's going on, Bob? Let's get this money. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. Love it. Love that attitude. You guys got anything? Let me know. Like I said, not too many bats, but I'm getting ready to go through some shit, right? First and foremost, we're going to look at the Colorado Rockies and Minnesota Twins. We got an over under 8 in this spot here. Minnesota Twins bats didn't do is what I thought they was going to do yesterday. Today, I'm probably going to, you see Minnesota, they minus 250 favorites here. And just looking at some splits and things of that nature, I'm going to have to back Lopez in some shape, form, or fashion. Yes, sir, let's smack so we can enjoy the weekend. So, what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at Lopez, right? So as you can see, I had him up here for 17 and a half outs as a parlay piece. What I seen was this Colorado Rockies team over the last 14 days. You can see they 26. I mean, they third in strikeout. I just got on. They top three in the last 14 days at 362 plate appearances and striking out with a 52 WRC plus. So last 30 days, they They number 8th and strikeout at 25% and 73 WRC plus. I love that low WRC plus for the outs factor here. On the season, they are still top 10. They top 4 in striking out versus right-hand pitching. 26% and 76 WRC plus. And then last 7 days, if you just want to look and see what they've been doing lately, number 7, 214 plate appearances, 25% K rate. So I looked at ESPN Bet, right? I tried to get to maybe a strikeout, maybe like a strikeout outs and maybe money line parlay or something like that. But right now they're on some bull crap, right? They don't have pitching outs right now. That's a pretty good indication that he's probably going to hit his Ks at the end of the day. So Patrick says, I like Logan Well, 4.5 strikeouts versus the Astros. They've been striking out more than last season. Okay, I couldn't talk off of that, especially with the amount of innings that Well pitches. We'll get to that. Shout out to him for the pick there. Patrick Bush is always on time, right? Slim say I bit the bait and took Judge. Gonna keep taking it until he doesn't cover. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So at the end of the day, then DraftKings, they don't have his pitching outs, right? So if you really want to get to his pitching outs right now, FanDuel has it as a parlay piece at 17.5. Prize Picks don't even have it as a parlay piece, right? So I'll take it as a parlay piece on Prize Picks, but I mean on FanDuel and on Prize Picks, I'll take his 7 Ks. It's a push if you get to 7, the 8. I think he can hit the 8. It's a possibility he can hit the 8. So I put that in. I put that in there, right? I put that in there, right? So 7 pitch strikeouts, and at the end of the day, it's going to be money line parlays, run line straights in favor of Minnesota for me. That's if I decide to, whatever, right? I might sprinkle on the money line. I mean, on the run line. Who knows? Lopez, I'm trying to back Lopez. Toronto Blue Jays at Milwaukee Brewers. Here we got an over under 9, so runs are expected to be put up here. Bassett has historically been bad versus lefties. Didn't really go through a lot of his splits, but I can show you what I was looking at. Let me see something here. I could probably go back, and just back. I should have did this earlier, and then I probably could have went through everybody that I was looking at today. Let's see. Let me see. All right. Either way I go, like I said, Bassett, he's been known to give it up to us lefties, right? So if I'm doing anything here, I didn't do an extensive look today. I did not, but I'll tell you, I like Yelich, hits, runs, and RBIs. I'll probably take it as a parlay piece, right? So I'll tell you what I'll do here. Right now, I know I'm gonna take it as a parlay piece. So I know that for sure. So over here on ESPN Bet, I don't know what you're gonna get it for. Matter of fact, let me see. Christian Yelich, it's a parlay piece. You could, I like him at least to get a hit. I'm gonna end up taking for his hits, runs, and RBIs at a -155. Did have Royce Lewis up there. He's the bat that popped. So I couldn't talk off his hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run. Same thing for Christian Yelich. I think Christian Yelich is due, right? I think he's due. So those are 2 bats I like at least to get a hit from these first couple games. And like I didn't look at everything extensively as far as pitching. Nothing for this game here. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick says, Slim said I took Pavetta under six strikeouts on Prize Picks. Pavetta got some hell of a case shit going on, but it definitely could work in your favor. We'll get to that game. Like you said, Houston Astros at San Francisco. The thing about this here is Valdez is a lefty, and what I was looking at here was let's look at the last 30 days. This team has been looking pretty good versus left-hand pitching, right? So San Francisco Giants, when you're looking at the San Francisco Giants, 21% K rate with a 151 WRC plus. and 235 plate appearances. That was what? The last 30 days. Not a lot of plate appearances, though. Last 2 weeks versus lefties and only 145 plate appearances, 137 WRC plus. So I don't know. I don't know. It says, on paper it says San Francisco's been hitting lefties. So it is what it is. Webb, I got to give the pitcher lean towards San Francisco with Webb. Webb is a guy that goes out there and pitches a lot of innings as well. And then, just like Patrick says, let's take a look at what this Houston Astros team, at least the last 30 days, what they've been doing versus right-hand pitching. Houston Astros, 18th with a 118 WRC plus, 18th is striking out at 22%. How about the last 14 days? Houston Astros, 15th, 22% steal. And last 7 days, Houston, 20%, right? So, I couldn't talk you off of it. As long as Webb can go out there and have himself a good day, or at least get those 6 innings, then he has a chance to hit that 4.5. So Pat said he likes that 4.5 there. I'm probably gonna actually just stay off of this game as a whole. Bats, with a 7 overall, I just don't want to be involved with that. Right? I don't want to be involved with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the sexiest game for me. I like up-tempo games and stuff like that. So maybe your unders can be in play here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can go into FanDuel or you can get some under hit runs and RBIs going here, right? Maybe you can get some under hit runs and RBIs going here. Whatever, right? Webb, his pitching outs usually come out at around DraftKings has his pitching outs at 19.5. Ooh. Slim said he might take the 5.5 on the strikeouts for the Demon for Webb. I did take his 5 strikeouts or 5.5 last game. He got that for me. Sealed the Demon parlay for me. I hit that motherfucker for I put $5 on that and I got $750 back on that. $375 back on that. So he sealed that motherfucker for me. And his outs are sitting at 19.5. Interesting. That's interesting as hell. They expect him to almost go 7 innings. What is his outs on FanDuel? His outs on FanDuel is probably sitting at 18.5, maybe, right? 18.5, maybe. Let's see. That means he has to go into the 7th inning and get us 1 out if it's 18.5. Logan Webb, 18.5 minus 140, right? DraftKings got his shit on steroids. But he can do it, but I don't think I'm going there, right? You can also live bet outs if you want to. So, I'll be doing some live betting here. This game does have an underfield to it. I ain't messing with it, right? I ain't messing with it. This Oakland Athletics and San Diego Padres game here. I didn't have too much for this game. Didn't too much look at the bats here. We got an over under 7.5. I just think there's instances where some runs could probably be put up here. So the 7.5 could be in jeopardy. I would probably look at the they got Webb at 19.5 on Prize Picks. What do you think over or under? He got the ability to hit it. I do know that. I'm probably not messing with it. His pitching out's 19.5 on Prize Picks too. Yikes. If you can get on the books and get an 18.5, I think that's okay. He's hit this number 3 straight games. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's hit that number in 3 straight games. He went 7 innings in 3 straight games. 7 innings versus the Yankees, impressive. 7 innings against the Texans, the Mets, Yankees, though, impressive. 7 innings versus the Yankees is impressive. Straight up. 7 innings. As a right-handed pitcher, that's because of what they do versus righties, that's impressive. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm not going there. I might on FanDuel at 18.5. On FanDuel, I might. ESPN Bet, I don't know what they got at ESPN Bet. On FanDuel, I might. ESPN Bet, let's take a look. ESPN bet's in at 19.5 too. I bet they ain't finna fuck around. Let's see, 19.5 too. At minus 120 at that. 19.5 at minus 120 at that. I don't. And then at the end of the day, I don't care if I do miss that money, right? If it gets there, when I'm getting ready to fade this shit, I'm fading it, right? But then I can also bet it live. This just I know a lot of people don't have access to the books, so I could probably get it live. I don't know. He does have a good chance of hitting it though, bro. He does, right? And you over here, you can get an over on DraftKings. I mean, on over here, you can get an over under a 7.5 here. On ESPN bet. What's the over under on FanDuel? I thought it was 7. Yeah, so on FanDuel it's 7. You can get a 7.5 on ESPN bet for whatever that's worth. Oakland Athletics and the San Diego Padres game. I didn't look at a lot of bets. The Oakland Athletics, it just seems like they not hit. They not getting over the hump like that 2 or 3 runs hump, right? And then San Diego, they not showing a lot of upside with their runs. You know what I'm saying? They're not showing a lot of upside with their runs, consistency. So getting across that plate, that's what I have a problem. That's what they have a problem with. At the end of the day, I can see runs being put up in this one. I couldn't talk you off the over. I wouldn't take the under personally. That's all I got for this game, man. And then this Braves game and this Baltimore game, like, got over under 8.5 in this spot. It's the Swellenbach, Povich. Like, it's whatever you want to do with this game, man. You can look, I couldn't talk you off the over. With these 2 young pitchers on the mound, I couldn't talk you off anything. The bats, like, what do you want? What do you want, right? I can't even talk you off a lot here, right? Washington Nationals and Detroit Tigers. Over under 7.5 in this spot. Irvin's been pitching really well, right? The Detroit Tigers have been known to hit righties okay, but Irvin has been pitching really, really well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play CJ Abrams yesterday. He had himself an okay game. You say you took Tatis under fantasy score? Interesting. Is it possible to bet 2 picks in the same game? Yes, it's possible to bet 2 picks in the same game. I would like to know which picks you're talking about, so you can put me on your radar and see I want to see what you're seeing. But it's definitely possible to bet 2 picks in the same game. It is definitely. What picks you talking about, Elvis? I would like to know. Slim say he took 17 under 9.5 fantasy score for Tatis. Okay. I tell you one thing here. I don't. What I would say. Let me take a look at Irvin's pitching outs here. And I probably didn't. I didn't have a lot for this game here. His pitching outs are sitting at 17.5. I don't know if Prospects has it out right now. Let's see. Irving. Let's see. Irving. Jake Irvin. His pitching out sitting at for a Goblin. So he's hit this number in 4 straight games, right? 4 straight games, 17.5 pitching outs. I still don't know if I'm gonna get there. This game didn't really too much stand out to me. Interesting game though. Jake Irvin and Reese Olson. Oh, you was looking at that one. I wonder what props were you looking at? What were you looking at? Strikeouts, pitching outs, overs on the 17.5 pitching outs. You can take it on if you got access to sports books, you can take it on this on on ESPN. ESPN is the only bet that the book that lets you do this. Oh, Caesars will let you do this, right? Caesars will let you do this, right? So, Caesars will let you take them both over or under, whatever the case may be. ESPN bet will let you parlay them. Okay, like if you wanted the over, bam, bam. ESPN bet will let you parlay them together. Also, there's some other bets that could probably work in conjunction with what you're looking at. Like if you expect both of those guys to go over, maybe you can look at some team totals, unders, and stuff like that. I don't know, but this they do let you. ESPN bet lets you do that. Prize Picks lets you do that, right? Only thing about Prize Picks for Jake Irvin, they're giving it to you as a goblin, which is like less than normal, right? Standard, less than standard. DraftKings won't let you do that. You can only take one, right? So the ESPN bet will let you do that. DraftKings won't. Caesars will. Caesars will. FanDuel won't. FanDuel won't. You have to take one from each one. Okay. If you're thinking about getting to those, I'll just run some numbers by you guys. Versus right hand pitching, we can look at both teams on the season. Versus right hand pitching, on the season, Detroit has a 24% K rate with a 94 WRC plus. Who else was that? Washington. 21.7% K rate with a 92 WRC plus. That's on the season. Last 30 days. Detroit, middle of the pack, number 15, and strikeouts at 23% with 96 WRC plus. Washington, 21% K rate, 84 WRC plus. Last 14 days, Detroit, 25% K rate versus righties, 68 WRC plus, and 412 plate appearances. That's interesting. Showing ability to strike out. Washington, 339 plate appearances, 21% K rate, 82 WRC plus. Last 2 weeks, if that's all I had to go off of, the last 2 weeks, I would probably take the over on both of their at least pitching outs. Considering what they've been doing, even though Olsen got his ass lit up. Last 7 days, 142 plate appearances. Detroit, 26% K rate, 37 WRC plus. I wonder who they were batting against. God, shit, 37 WRC plus. 147 plate appearances for Washington. Last 7 days, 21% K rate, 86 WRC plus. If I had to go off the last 2 weeks, I would say both of those guys hitting a pitching outs. If the numbers were reasonable where I can take them both as a straight, I would think at least one of them would get there. All right. So shout out to Elvis on that, right? I couldn't talk you off of it though. You can get them both on, like I said, you can get them both at on ESPN Bet. Next game here we're gonna talk about is the Chicago Cubs. My Chicago Cubs at Tampa Bay Rays, right? Over under 8, not the sexiest game, and none of that, right? But what I will say is what I'm gonna end up doing here is I'm going to so I'm taking his strikeouts head straight, and then I'm gonna take his pitching outs straight. I'm gonna bet them both straight. Right? I don't want to mix them up. I might throw them in make a long $3, $4, $5 parlay, but I'm gonna take these both straights, and I'm gonna tell you why. Tampa Bay, they just been meh, right? Like, So versus right-hand pitching on the season, they are 24% with a 91 WRC plus, like 91 WRC plus, 24% K rate last 30 days. Tampa Bay Rays, 25% K rate, 77 WRC plus. He's been hot. He's just somebody who I don't have to come on and talk about. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to come on and talk about them. And then today I didn't look at a lot of bats today because I'm about to get busy and I'm about to take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm be on vacation. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to or if I'm gonna be able to bring some content to you guys. But to you, Danny, he's been hot. Like Tatis, Judge, all these high bats. That's either you want to get to them or not. You want to get to them or not. I'm not pointing out a lot of bats today though, because I didn't dive deep into a lot of bats today, right? So it's more of pitching today for me, right? And I'm giving you guys a little bit of what I'm giving you guys what I'm actually playing right now, right? Instead of a full breakdown like I do all the time, and then my reasonings, so you guys can see. But yeah, Tatis, we got one guy in the chat that's taking the under fantasy score on Prize Picks for Tatis. I do like Tatis. I think he's good. You know what I'm saying? So, at least for a hit, be my guest. I just didn't extensively research him, look over the pitch mix between him and the pitchers, things of that nature. But like I was saying here, the last 30 days, Tampa Bay Rays, 25% K rate, 77 WRC plus. Last 14 days, Tampa Bay Rays, 276 plate appearances, 26%, good for second in the strikeout category. Still, WRC plus is still down versus righties. Last 7 days, Tampa Bay Rays, number one, small sample size, 139 plate appearances, almost a 30% K rate with a small ass 32 WRC plus. Who they've been batting against, who been pitching against them? I don't know. Probably God again, right? So I guess, right? They just haven't been sexy versus right-hand pitching. So I'm going to take Assad's strikeouts individually, his pitching outs individually. Hopefully if he hits one, then I can probably break even. But if he hits both, very nice. And like I said, on ESPN Bet, you can get them both. You can put them both together. You know what I'm saying? The Cubs bullpen has been giving up gains for them. So I can't really, I don't know. As far as the side in this one, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be too biased because the Cubs are my team. So that's what I'm looking at there. Miami Marlins and New York Mets, over under 7.5. The New York Mets disappointed me yesterday. They did good in the strikeout department. They didn't strike out much versus Luzardo, but they didn't hit them, especially the first 3 or 4 bats. I was all over JD. I took L's on all 3 of the first 3 bats, man. Marte came through. I bet 5 batters, hits, runs, and RBIs. Took an L on 4 of them, right? Either way it go, we get another lefty in Braxton Garrett. Over under 7.5. New York Mets, they should be able to hit them, but they Mets me yesterday. So whatever you guys want to do, not a lot of bats pop for me, but only thing I can say is on paper they've been good, but they could be regressing. It wasn't a big sample size as far as the Mets hitting lefties, but it wasn't a big sample size, but they were hitting them well. You know what I'm saying? So last 30 days, WRC plus New York Mets probably sitting pretty good, right? They shown the ability not to strike out that much versus them, but where are they? New York Mets right here, 139 WRC plus. Could be Fugazi. I don't know. Last 14 days, let's see what it's looking like now. The numbers probably have adjusted. New York Mets, 17% K rate, 174 WRC plus. Like I said, they knocked Patrick Corbin around. That could inflate the numbers. If I had to, I don't know, man. If I had to pick a side, I probably would lean towards New York, but something that I probably won't be betting. Maybe a long parlay, toss them in there. But maybe the bats come alive today. They're gonna see lefties back-to-back days. Today will be the second day. I will tell you who I was on, who I would be on. But I yesterday they really left a sour taste in my mouth, right? And I usually look at Lindor, JD and Alonso looked okay, but then Marte versus lefties, those are the guys that I look at. Maybe they might pop off today, I spent a lot of time on that game that I'm probably not betting on, right? Sanchez, Philadelphia Phillies, Boston Red Sox over under 8.5. Interesting here, right? Pavetta, he's sporting a 30% K rate. Didn't check his splits. Sanchez, he's in a really good strikeout spot. Boston versus left-hand pitching, they strike out the most in the league, right? All the way across the board. You can look at it, right? Boston on the season, 30% K rate, 96 WRC plus. Last 30 days, Boston, number one, 27% K rate, 90 WRC plus. It's all the way down to the last 14 days. They number one team striking out versus lefties. 136 plate appearances, 30% K rate, 91 WRC plus, right? So Boston, number one strikeout team versus lefties. The thing about that is, do I trust? Do I trust? You took him over a 1.5. I couldn't talk you off of that. I couldn't. The thing about this is, do I trust? Do I trust Sanchez to go out there and get that and hit that for me? Right. So at the end of the day, Sanchez, he's in a good strikeout spot. He gets a strikeout bump. His strikeout sitting at I want to say 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. Nick Pavetta, here's at 6.5. Don't know if I'll take the Nick Pavetta. Sanchez, did I put him in my player pool? I put him in my player pool for pitching outs, right? So what I'm going to end up doing here is on the books, I might take them both separately, right? Might take them both separately, right? So 5.5 Ks, he's been spotty with that. He's been spotty. He's probably hit that only once in his last 5 games, twice in his last 5 games. San Francisco, he gave them 7 Ks. Washington, he gave them 8. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to go there. Truthfully, tell you the truth, because he could go out there. I bet on him, right? And he's went out there and gave me the bare minimum Ks and fucked my money up. Pitching outs, sitting at 16.5. This is the one that I probably would play more than the K's, right? He's hit this number 4 of his last 5 games. Everything points towards him pretty much being able to get there. So I think I like his pitching outs a little bit more than his K's, even though this team strikeouts a lot. But if they still strike out a lot, then I think he's still a clear pathway to at least get to 6 innings. This ain't even 6 innings here. So, getting into the 6, this ain't even a full 6 innings. It's a 16.5. So that means he got to give us 17 outs. Get into the 6th inning, give us 2, whatever the case may be. Can you do that? It's a strong lean towards the over. So I'm actually betting them both, right? So it is what it is, right? Nick Pavetta, I'm kind of scared to go to his strikeouts. I'm kind of scared to take his full 6.5 strikeouts, man. He's got that shit though. He does have that shit. I could look at some of his splits to help people make a decision here. Let's see, Pavetta. Where's they at? They at home. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the splits. Maybe I can help people make a decision here. So, 3.8 at home, 3.3 on the road. Looking at some of his advanced numbers right away, get straight to it. Home versus his K percentage. Home versus righties, 40%. Home versus lefties, 24%. I like that. That's pretty good. Home run per 9, 2.25 versus lefties. He looks pretty good at home, right? He looks pretty good at home. Pitching his worst to lefties at home. So, some of his advanced numbers right there. This team, this Phillies versus right-hand pitching, let's say last 30 days. Let's look at that. Philadelphia is 18% K rate, 93 WRC plus. What about last 2 weeks versus right-hand pitching? I'll look at that. Philadelphia as a team, 12 for 22%, 90 WRC plus. So it's going to be interesting, right? It's going to be interesting, right? Didn't look at everything. I didn't look at all the bats here, to tell you the truth. But what I could do here, I ain't look at all the bats. I can't give you guys. I don't know what I would do in a Pavetta situation. I don't know what I would do here. I don't. Right. I don't know what I would do, man. I could be scared. Whatever. I don't know what I would do in this Pavetta situation with that 6.5 Ks. Cleveland Gardens at Cincinnati Reds. We got an over under 8 at Great American Ballpark. Like, Cincinnati fucking got on my nerves yesterday, man. I picked all the wrong bats. I picked all the wrong bats. Candelario got there for me. Other than that, I took 3 more bats. The lefties did not get there for me, right? They didn't. Individually got smacked on them. Either way it go, man, with the over-under total, and then I think the wind is supposed to be blowing out here. Like, I don't know what to expect here. Cincinnati will strike out. I'm scared of this ballpark. Over under 8. Bibby's looked okay. Lodolo, we know he's got good shit. Cleveland guards been pretty good versus lefties. I don't know what to expect here, man. I don't know what to expect here. If they were at Cleveland, it would be a different story. This ballpark, Great American Ballpark produces runs. I don't know what to expect here. I'll probably live bet this game. Pittsburgh Pirates at St. Louis Cardinals. Look, Gray. All right, so I'm gonna back Gray. I'm gonna back Gray at home, right? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you guys why. I'm gonna back Gray at home. Gray. At least his K's, right? Take a look at some of his splits, and then I'm gonna. Not John Gray, Sonny Gray, and we'll get to John Gray in a minute too. Splits, right? So, no, not John Gray, Sonny Gray. All right, so going up against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, who's a top on the season. Like I said, top 5 teams striking out. Top 5 on the season versus righties, 81 WRC plus. Last 30 days, Pittsburgh. Zay. He's good. Probably more than that because I'm going to get ready to get to it right now. Top 3. Last 30 days, top 3. With a 91 WRC plus. Pittsburgh, 25.7% K rate. Last 2 weeks, they are top 6, 25%. Still 25%. WRC plus is down, right? 76. Now, Sonny Gray, looking at his splits here, at home, 1.6 ERA. Can't touch this, right? MC Hammer at home, right? On the road, 5.14. I had to go in and look and see what the hell's been going on with that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Some of his advanced numbers, right? Straight to the nitty gritty. At home versus in general. Well, at home in general. He's got a 30-something% K rate at home and on the road. That's interesting. Home versus lefties, 25%. Home versus righties, 38%. On the road, 33%. Just about both ways, right? Ed, get your ass out of here. Ed, what up, Ed? What's going on? What up, Ed? What else we got here? So he's looking really, really good at home. Home run per 9 looks really good. Whatever the case may be. Everything, all the numbers checking out pretty good. Really good. Looks really good at home. His K percentage in general versus lefties, 30% versus righties, 39, 35, 36%. I like it, man. So, he has been looking kind of iffy, right? He in certain spots. He has been looking kind of iffy in certain spots. I think this is a spot that he gets up for his case. So if you're altering it, like Zay said, be my guest for bankroll builders and shit like that. Be my guest. It's sitting at 6.5. I think I'm gonna take a stab at it. Right where I got a little where his game. I mean the outs. Right, he's supposed to hit his outs prop here, but right here you can see he hasn't hit his outs prop in 4 straight games, right? Colorado, Philly, the Cubs, and Baltimore, right? He's supposed to hit his outs prop today versus these guys here. So I imagine it's sitting at 17.5. Like I said, he hasn't. You'll get a fake decent number at a -28 on it because he hasn't been hitting it in 4 straight games. So if you just really want to jump on it right here, be pause, be my guest though. You can take it right here at 17.5. I couldn't talk you off of it. I couldn't, right? But he hasn't hit this number, right? I don't know what they do with him. Like, his pitch count. Sometimes his pitch count don't even get that high. I couldn't talk you off of it. And then at the end of the day, it'll be St. Louis Cardinals or nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights, right? Brady Falter on the mound. I probably won't be. I don't bet a lot of games, man. I don't bet a lot of games. A lot of you guys know that. But I like the strikeouts. The strikeouts. I like the strikeouts. I'm gonna have to like the strikeouts, right? Did I put them in my player pool? No, I didn't over here. Let's go over here. Let's just add them, right? It's only gonna be a $5 parlay, so let's just add them. The numbers lined up for me. I'm just gonna add them. Okay, player strikeouts. I know it's probably gonna be at 6.5. 6.5. I'm gonna take it though. I'm gonna take it for a top 5 strikeout team in the league. He's hit it 3 of his last 5 games. I don't care. You can look at his fantasy score too. But I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I will. Let's keep it moving. So Detroit. New York Yankees and Kansas City Royals game over under 10.5. These 2 pitches, I don't know, man. Look, Judge, Soto, Verdugo, those are the top 3 bats through the model. They just popped out. I mean, what the hell you want me? You can do a hit parlay with those guys and get the plus money. Do they got any more runs left in them? They hit the over. I took the over in that game yesterday. They hit the over by themselves. Shout out to them because I was like, damn, where's Kansas City at? Them motherfuckers was not putting up any runs. But I couldn't talk you off anything here. With these pitchers on the mound, we got over under 10.5. Of course, they expect runs to be put up here. You can look at bats. You can do whatever you want. You don't need me to, you got Bobby Wicks and all this shit. You don't need me to tell you anything about this game. Chicago White Sox, Seattle Mariners here. I'll be looking at back Miller here, right? So in this game here, I'm looking at Miller. Give you guys some of his splits, things of that nature, what he does, show you guys what I see so I can get out of here, right? Miller. He's night and day at home. This is also a pitcher's park here. He's night and day at home. Look at some of his splits here, and I'll show you guys what it do. Zaytoven. I'm backing him, and I couldn't talk you off Seattle. Could not. So it is what it is. Home, he's night and day. ERA 2.13 at home. Away, 5.9 on the road. So, you some splits there. If you want to back him at home, sometimes you just want to back him at home and just don't even fade him on the road. Some of his advanced numbers, I'll give you guys a comparison. Let's look at the K percentage. On the road versus lefties, 13%. On the road versus righties, 18%. But at home, 27% versus lefties, 36% versus righties. True definition of righty-lefty splits there. I'm home and away splits. He's not good at home. He's better on the road. He's not good on the road. He's better at home. How you feel about Pablo Lopez strikeouts? Yes, I like it. I'm taking it. Zaytoven said, I say you get about 4 to 6 Ks. I say at least 5 or better. I'm taking this. So any way you want to look at it for him, right? However you want to look at it for him, because look, looking at this White Sox team versus right hand pitching, they are on the season, they sliding a little bit, but the WRC plus is down 24%, 23.5, 24% on the season. Last 30 days, though, I'd imagine that's going up. Chicago White Sox last 30 days, 700 plate appearances, 26% K rate, 80 WRC plus. Good for number 2 in the league is striking out versus right hand pitching. Um, Last 14 days, where have they been? Number 5, 92 WRC plus, number 5. And last 7 days, the White Sox are number 4, 26% K rate, 105 WRC plus. So, as a parlay piece, Bryce Miller, his pitching outs as a parlay piece, Lopez pitching outs went to an 18.5 now, but Bryce Miller, you can get a parlay piece for him to go 6 innings at a minus 188. So I couldn't talk you off of that there. ESPN bet, you probably can get a double up or outs, and you can probably get his outs and a money line if you want to jump there, and strikeout. You could probably throw all that shit together as one if you want to. So it is what it is with that situation. Let's see what we got here. Strikeouts, strikeouts. And then where's his pitching outs at? Probably say 18.5 by now. Still 17.5. It's going to be 18.5 in a second. So you can get an 18.5, and then you get a money line. You get a money line, probably get plus money there. Yikes! It's a minus 126. So they heavy favorites, man. So you can use them as parlay pieces. And strikeouts. I like his strikeouts. I like it. So Los Angeles Angels here at Arizona Diamondbacks. I couldn't nail anything down here. Arizona Diamondbacks did exactly what I wanted them to do, except for Marte. I lost money on Marte. I took him 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He hit 1.5. Okay. Good morning, Ness. Good morning. Hope you have hope your day is full of blessing as well. So the Angels, I this game here, I didn't really, whatever you want to get to in this one here, I didn't really have too much. And like I said, this Texas Rangers game, I think Gray is going to pitch here. but we don't have a pitcher out right now. Walker Buehler is not my favorite pitcher here. I wish Corey Seager was playing, so it's hard for me to get to bats on Texas Rangers. They've been selling. Do the Dodgers still have any fucking runs left? We'll see. Gotta see who's going to be pitching. Don't have the pitcher, right? Don't know who's going to be pitching. I don't know. Don't know if Gray pitches, then I still like them lefties. Ohtani and I still like the usual 3. Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman. I actually like them against anybody they throw out, but we don't have a pitcher out for this game. So let me try to seal this Prize Picks parlay up real quick. So Yelich, I did have Yelich in there. He's one of my favorite bats. I can look at this little model thing here, and I can give you guys the top bats, right? I'll give you guys, since I didn't look at any bats here, I'll give you guys the top bats that the model is spitting out, right? So, and I will show y'all, but, even though I do pay for this, they don't want me to show you guys. So it is what it is. I don't really care. I don't understand why I'm pumping your product, but it is what it is. So I'll give you guys the top bats according to them. Soto popped up there. Ohtani. And they have great pitching right here. Ohtani, 4 of 10, 2 home runs versus Gray, if Gray pitches. Judge, of course, he's self-explanatory. Freddie Freeman, he's 4 of 15, 2 singles and a home run. Bryce Harper, 3 of 11 versus Pivetta. 2 of those were home runs. Mookie Betts, 1 for 3. Hmm. Christian Yelich, he's only 1 for 6 versus him. I personally like him. He's only 1 for 6, but he's got a decent little advantage over him. Gunnar Henderson, he should be in the lineup today. Jordan Alvarez, I'm not fucking with him. Uh, Verdugo was one of the bats that popped. JD kind of popped. Martinez. Uh, so yeah, right. But like I said, the top 5 bats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bats, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, three of them, 13. Right? Those were the 13 bats I gave you. It was Gunnar. In this order, it was Juan Soto, Otani, Judge, Freeman, Harper, Betts, Marte, and I know he's in there because he's a switch. Alec Burleson was in there. Um, Christian Walker is in there. Christian Yelich, Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Alvarez, Pete Alonso, Alex Verdugo, JD Martinez, right? Those are some of the top 14, 15 bats there. Okay. Let me see. We got 4 picks in here. I'm gonna take Yelich down for right now because I'm not putting a goblin in there. I'll use Yelich on the books. What else do we have here? What else did I have? Bryce Miller. Do they have his pitching outs here? I'll take his strikeouts. They might have a demon for him. No, they don't have his pitching outs here. I'll back him though. I'll back him in there. Who we got? Sanchez, Assad, strikeouts for Assad. Sonny Gray strikeouts. Bryce Miller. What else we got here? Logan Webb, Tyler Bobby, Sonny Gray, Nick Pavetta, Walker Buehler. I don't like Walker Buehler today. Let's look at some strikeouts here. Austin Gomber at 4. Interesting. Chris Bassett at 6. Cameron Valdez, Irwin, Michael King, Reese Olson, Savali, Lodolo. Lodolo and Tanner Bybee, man. Lodolo and Tanner Bybee. Tanner Bybee, man. Tanner Bybee, man. Damn. And I'll tell you this. If they wasn't in Great American Ballpark, I would take his strikeouts in a heartbeat versus this team. So, Nick Pavetta, he's got good K stuff. I'm scared to take it versus this team, but he's 4 or 5 to his strikeout number here. I'm scared to take it to versus this team. Um, they even got John Gray right here, so John Gray might be that guy today. 4 strikeouts for John Gray, I might consider that, right? I'm probably going to have to consider that. I might take a stab at that. Um, then for a demon, I'm thinking about 7.5 for Pablo. I'm thinking about 7.5 for Pablo for a demon. Um, but you know what though? Let me look at pitcher fantasy score. Logan Webb, Logan Webb, Logan Webb, Logan Webb, Logan fucking Webb. If he goes 6 innings, that'll be 18. And if he gets 5 strikeouts, mm, 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 mm. Irvin. Okay, so what is Irwin? Irvin, what do they have up here for him? Hmm. Mm. Shit. Damn. I'm gonna take his fantasy score. Let me go to fantasy score for batters, right? I'm gonna take Yelich's fantasy score. Okay. Um, now, I'm gonna like the. I mean, this is just something I'm just throwing there from what we was looking at and stuff like that. Of course, that um, let's see. This I do like Royce Lewis here. Like I said, I like Yelich here. This game does have an underfield to it. I think this game has an overfield to it. Atlanta game, Braves game, I think bats could show up here, right? So you can stack up some bats here, right? It's preferably the Baltimore Orioles. This game here, it's got an underfield to it. I don't mind. Uh, I don't mind. Abrams and Riley Green. Like I said, Assad, I'm taking his pitching outs and his strikeouts straight, betting them both straight. Um, the New York Mets, they're supposed to hit this lefty. Um, Pavetta, I couldn't talk off his strikeouts if you just wanted to get there because he does have great K stuff. Sanchez is in a great spot, man, for strikeouts. I might take his strikeouts individually, but sometimes he sells me in the strikeouts. I'll take his overs. I'm taking his over outs as a straight bet. Bobby, like I told you, if this was any other ballpark, I would take Bobby's strikeouts. I would take them. I'm scared of this ballpark. We got an over under that lets you know Vegas really thinks there's going to be some good pitching going on here. We'll see. Sonny Gray, he's just in a good spot. Top five strikeout team in the league all the way down to last 7 days, which would be the Pittsburgh Pirates. I couldn't talk you off his strikeouts. I'm taking his strikeouts. Not going to sprinkle a lot on him, but I'm taking his strikeouts. I expect runs in this New York Yankees game. Miller, I like his pitching outs. I like his strikeouts. And that's that Gray. If he pitches that Gray, that 4Ks could be in play. Could be in play on Prize Picks at least for a push. I'll take my chances to get my ass lit up on that. 4 strikeouts, 1 strikeout an inning, or something like that. If he can get there, he should be able to. All right. Peace out, man. Peace out. I gotta go.